2026 marked the official start of the campaign period for 2027 presidential and national assembly elections. There is no doubt that this is a defining moment for our democracy. This moment gives Nigerians the opportunity to assess the records, ideas, and plans of those seeking their mandate to lead their country. At a time of great uncertainty in a rapidly changing world, I consider myself quite privileged to be one of those seeking your mandate to deal with these challenges facing our country today. I enter this contest with one firm conviction: Nigeria can work and Nigeria must work. Nigeria faces several serious challenges. Some of them are indeed of existential proportions. According to the IMF recent report, 63% of Nigerians, or over more than 140 million Nigerians, live at or below national poverty line. The humanitarian agencies estimating that 35 million Nigerians will need food assistance during this 2026 lean season. About 3.6 million Nigerians remain internally displaced, largely because of conflict and insecurity. Each year, millions of young Nigerians enter the labor market, yet too many struggle to find productive opportunities. Weak infrastructure, unreliable power, insecurity, and the excessive cost of doing business continue to burden households and constrain enterprise. These are more than statistics. They reflect the daily realities of Nigerian families, farmers, workers, students, and businesses. Yet, I do not believe Nigeria lacks the ability to overcome these challenges. We have the people, resources, market, talent, and enterprise. What we must do now is to turn these trends into its security, productivity, and shared prosperity. Leadership must deliver results. My successful private sector experience, studies in institutions of repute on policy and business matters, and my service as governor of Anambra State have shaped my understanding of public leadership. Governments must manage resources responsibly, set clear priorities, and measure the outcome of its decisions. Public office is not a reward. It is responsibility to the people. In Anambra State, I prioritize foundations of long-term development, education, healthcare, infrastructure, physical discipline, and institutional capacity. I do not present this record as perfect, but an experience from which Nigerians can draw their conclusions. Senator Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso brings a different but complementary governing experience. As governor of Kano State, he focused strongly on education, technical training, scholarships, infrastructure, human capital development. The administration investment in education and skills showed understanding of the people that the people are the most important assets of the state. Our experiences are different, but our conclusions are the same. Nigeria must invest in its people and manage its resources with discipline. Building an economy that works. Nigeria needs more than reactive reforms. We must focus on the questions that matter. Are Nigerians better off today than they were 4 years ago? Can they afford food, education, and healthcare? Can businesses produce, expand, and create jobs? Can young people find productive work? Can farmers work safely and get their products to the market? These are the measures that matter. With your mandate, our economic agenda will put production, investment, enterprise, human capital at the center of how we lead. We must raise agricultural productivity by securing farming communities, expanding irrigation, improving rural roads and storage, and linking farmers to finance and markets. We will strengthen manufacturing and agro-processing so that Nigeria can export more of finished goods and capture greater value of its resources. We will create business environment where entrepreneurs can invest, hire, grow without unnecessary regulatory and infrastructure barriers. And we will manage public finances responsibly. Every naira should have a clear purpose, and major investment should have measurable outcomes. The goal is not growth on its own sake, but the economy that produces more, employs more people, creates wealth, and improves living standards. Security as a foundation. No nation can prosper when its people cannot live, farm, travel, or do business safely. Insecurity has displaced millions of Nigerians and continues to disrupt agriculture, education, trade, and investment. Our response must therefore be comprehensive. We will improve intelligence gathering, coordination among security agencies, strengthen policing and border management, and make better use of technology. We must also support lawful community-based systems that identify threats early and enable effective response. The imperative of decentralizing security management is recognized, but with strong system of coordination between levels is critical to our plans. Security policy must address also conditions that make our young ones vulnerable to criminal recruitment. Farmers cannot produce food if they cannot reach their farms safely. Children lose the chance to learn when they cannot attend school safely. Businesses cannot create jobs when they cannot move their goods securely. Moving the country from consumption to production. Nigeria, with a population now above 200 million and projected to continue growing rapidly, has one of the Africa and world largest domestic markets and labor forces. This is an opportunity we must seize to turn the future of our country around. Nigeria cannot import its way to prosperity. We will produce more of what we consume, process more of what we produce, and compete more effectively in the global markets. We will deploy our experience in public funds management, the private sector, and civil service to turn our population into productive human capital, our natural resources into value-added industries, and our domestic market into an engine for investment and enterprise. Agriculture, manufacturing, technology, construction, energy, creative industries, and services are all important roles to play. Nigeria does not lack opportunities. What it needs are systems that enable its people to turn those opportunities into prosperity. Our young ones are our greatest assets. I reject the idea that Nigerian young population represents a burden. It represents an enormous opportunity, but only if we prepare the young Nigerians to participate productively in the economy, we will improve basic education, strengthen universities, and expand technical and vocational training. Nigeria needs doctors, engineers, scientists, lawyers, as well as technicians, mechanics, farmers, nurses, programmers, manufacturers, artisans, entrepreneurs. Our goal is to secure a high demographic dividend from our youth bulge. Health is human capital. A productive economy requires a healthy population. Yet Nigerian health indicators remain deeply concerning. According to available data, Nigerian primary health care is very poor, with infant and maternal mortality among the worst globally. We will strengthen healthcare, improve maternal and child health, expand access to essential medicines, and equip healthcare workers to serve effectively. Every region must become productive and prosper. Nigerian diversity is economic strength. Each region has a distinctive asset, and national policy must unlock these assets while connecting them to one productive economy. Northwest, we will expand agriculture, livestock, irrigation, agro-processing, and manufacturing while strengthening education and security. Northeast can speed up reconstruction, restore livelihoods, expand agriculture, education, enterprise, and regional trade. North Central can strengthen food production and processing while developing its mineral resources responsibly. Southwest can build the strength of manufacturing, technology, finance, trade, and creative economy. Southeast can expand its entrepreneurial and industrial strength through better infrastructure, stronger connectivity, and greater access to investment and markets. South-South can thrive greater from value added in oil and gas while expanding in maritime, services, fisheries, agriculture, and other productive sectors, supported by strong environmental protection. The Federal Capital Territory must demonstrate what efficient urban planning, transportation, housing, sanitation, security, and public service can achieve. Every region must produce. Every region must contribute. Every region must benefit. A different standard of governance. Sustainable development requires more than reactive reform. Reform is not a goal, but better lives are. The World Bank April 2006 report shows that Nigerian Development Update makes it clear our challenge is to turn economic reform and stabilization into an improved livelihood, stronger human capital, wider opportunities, and inclusive growth. We will pursue practical reforms that deliver lasting results, combining physical discipline with productive investment, as Senator Kwankwaso and I have demonstrated in the past. We will cut wasteful spending while protecting investment that create jobs and expand productive capacity. We will raise public revenue without stifling businesses and invest in education, healthcare, security, small business, and infrastructure, because these are the foundation for future prosperity, not cause to differ. We will also build institutions that endure beyond one single administration. This is the standard by which every government should be judged. Fellow Nigerians, the campaign period gives every citizen an opportunity to join the conversation. I urge Nigerians to examine each candidate's record and proposal, ask tough questions, and demand evidence behind every promise. We should debate ideas without hatred, compete without violence, and disagree without weakening the bonds that unite us. When Nigerians make their choice, that choice must be respected. Democracy does not end on election day. Citizens must continue to demand transparency, accountability, and resolve from those entrusted with the mandate to govern. Nigeria challenges are real, but so are the opportunities. We have the people, the resources, enterprise, credibility to build a safer, more productive country. Our task is to turn these possibilities into results. We have the credentials, the experience, and record to collaborate with Nigerians on this transformative journey. Our journey will be harder if we do not unite as one people and as one nation. A united Nigeria, guided by shared purpose and commitment to fairness, justice, and equity, will make transformation easier, strengthen our institutions, and help us to hold our leaders accountable. The 2027 election must be guided by competence, capacity, compassion, character, and commitment. Our campaign will focus on urgent concerns of Nigerians and not on ethnicity or religion. Nigerians must reject and disregard any campaign driven by propaganda, ethnicity, religion, anachronism. As my team and I travel across, we will listen to Nigerians, understand their needs and concerns, and assure them that we have the competence, character, compassion to lead and reset Nigeria for benefits of all. Nigeria deserves leaders who will engage them, listen to their concerns, present clear solutions to unite the country, defeat insecurity, pull people out of poverty, drastically reduce hunger and number of out-of-school children, improve education, healthcare, and build growth that serves everyone, especially the most vulnerable. Every candidate must be willing to present their credentials, defend their records, and subject their vision to open scrutiny. No candidate should hide behind the high walls of power, send proxies, or surrogates to do the hostings, and expect Nigerians to entrust them with leadership of their country. Every candidate must seek the presidency must have the courage to come before the people, answer their questions, defend their records, and subject their vision to public scrutiny. True leadership requires presence and empathy. No one can lead from the front without standing with the communities across Nigeria devastated by banditry, criminality, terrorism, or flooding. You cannot truly lead a people you are unwilling to visit, listen to, and understand. Today, I make a clear commitment that I and Senator Rabiu Kwankwaso will take our message directly to Nigerians. We will listen to them, understand their concerns, and engage them openly. We will not delegate this duty to process. We will answer the questions, defend our record and character, and present our plan to rebuild Nigeria. Any presidential candidate that lacks the resolve to travel across the country, meet the people, and respond to their questions lacks the capacity to govern it. I commit to commencing the journey of resetting Nigeria by uniting it, securing it on the path of economic and inclusive growth, and moving our country from consumption to production. A new Nigeria is possible. God Almighty bless Federal Republic of Nigeria. Thank you.